Plumlee is going to throw. Caught! And they're going to mark Elijah Moore short of the goal line. It's 4th down. They've got to hurry up. Clock is moving. They better call a play because he's got to throw it. Plumlee, no! Did he get in? It doesn't look like it. Cal has held. What a finish!
Lil Dicky.
I woke up Chris Breezy.
Oh my
Just
God.
kidding. Welcome back to the Hub Soul Podcast. It's your host, Caleb Weisher, CJ Hester, Jonathan Hope, and last but not least, Logan Smith. Guys, this is a weird, freaky week in college football. But let's start with our games of the week, if there is any. I think that I'll go with my pick that nobody else picked with me. I picked Auburn, and what a game. Auburn beat Texas A&M 28-20. Bo Nix, 12 of 20, 100 yards, 1 TD, so not very good, but it was a grinded out game.
No.
You know, Jatavius Whitlow, 18 carries, 67 yards, 3.7 yards per carry, one
Bo
touchdown.
Nix got carried.
Bo Nix, he got carried.
He got carried.
And that team,
That defense,
you know,
yeah.
but you find ways to win the game, and that's what
Sure.
Auburn did. And I think this is a good win for Gus Malzahn.
Well, that's a Gus Malzahn type offense. He doesn't really need a quarterback to win at the game. He just needs some kind of game manager.
That's true. They're usually
Yes.
a running team anyway. I mean,
Yep.
you get a quarterback, like Cam Newton, something like
CJ,
that.
what was
then
your
you
game?
do something.
What was your game of the week?
My game of the week was the soundbite you guys heard in the opening. Cal and Ole Miss. Cal coming up with the goal line stop. I think just stopped Ole Miss closer than we thought. But now Cal's heading to this week undefeated with Arizona State coming to town, and they can make some noise.
You know, good game actually.
It'll be a good game.
You know what soundbite we should have used last week? Was
that?
a helicopter. The guy getting flown in the air 10 feet. We
Oh,
never used
that
that.
was-
I can't
that
believe we
was
didn't
pretty
use
funny.
that.
No, good win for the Pac-12.
Yeah, for
Good
sure.
win for the Pac-12.
The only undefeated in the
Yeah.
Pac-12 is Cal.
Cal.
Who
Cal
thought?
Bears.
No one saw that. They haven't played.
I
They
talked about them a
They
little
played
bit.
Washington. They won by one.
Yeah, they played Washington.
Yeah.
I talked about them a
But
little
they
bit
have a
week
blueprint.
one.
They beat them last year, too.
Week
Yeah.
one, I talked about them a little bit, but it was the ifs and buts. And so far, they've done it. Let's see what they can do going forward.
Cal's next 3 out of 4 games are Arizona State, Oregon, Utah, Washington State. We'll find out a lot in the next 5 weeks
Yeah,
about Cal.
we will. John, what was your favorite game this week?
I don't know about favorite. It was a good game. Utah USC.
Yeah.
Pretty good. First half, a lot of penalties. Oh my god,
Yes.
there were so many penalties. It was the
Yes.
ugly game, and Utah looked terrible the whole time. Their offensive line was garbage.
I know.
It looked like they gave up the first quarter.
I think the Pac-12 though is more open than we thought. coming
Right.
in.
It's so
Everyone,
weird. It's
everyone
so
put Utah
weird.
on top.
Like, how does Utah beat BYU?
Hey.
BYU beats USC, and
Yeah.
USC beats Utah.
What
That's,
And Stanford is
It's
down
just
here.
weird.
What if they call these big, weird games after 10 o'clock? They call it Big 12 after dark because it gets freaky.
nothing good
The gun
happens
show.
after
I
10
should
o'clock.
say another game.
All right, Logan, what was your favorite
That
game of the week?
UCLA
All right,
game.
my favorite-
Washington.
My favorite game was none other than game day in Athens. Notre Dame coming into Georgia on a Saturday night between the hedges. Hey, we saw a hard-fought game, boys. Literally everybody around the world was watching. It was 7.45 million people watching. There was literally a rave going on at the game
Yeah, I
in
think-
between quarters. Did anybody see that?
Yeah.
I think
The atmosphere
Right.
at that game
Did you
was
see all
crazy.
the neon lights and stuff going? I think that's going to be a new thing in college football. Georgia just started it tonight. Or
It's gonna
last
create some
Electric
fan base
atmospheres.
and atmospheres. I like it. I like it.
It was like the highest rated non-bowl game they've ever had.
night. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
David Pollock, he said it was the most electric game he's ever been to. And he's like, if Notre Dame would have played at a neutral site, they would have probably won.
Yeah,
And
I
what
agree
I-
with that.
It's-
What I like about the Irish, they're down 2 of their top 3 running backs, 2 of their top 4 wide receivers, and
Right.
still almost pulled off the victory. Like, come on.
They finally let Ian Book go in the fourth quarter when they
Yeah.
decided not to try and run an even offense. and they just let him go, and he actually did really well.
And ladies and gentlemen, do we have a baby Gronk on our hands? Cole Kmet, the tight
No,
end, 9
no.
interceptions,
I mean,
108 yards, touchdown.
I can't
coming
go.
back
I can't
from
go
that
against
college.
Tyler Eifert being the best Notre Dame tight end.
I feel like, well, you're
He
right.
went to
but
my
yeah.
high school, man.
True. Okay.
I know his brother.
Yeah,
You
that was
gotta
my
get that.
favorite game.
All right. So, that being said, we got something that we're going to discuss, and some of you might be shocked. But, as you know, me and CJ are Michigan fans. And we're going to discuss what's wrong with Michigan. So I'll let CJ go first, because I got some things to say that people are going to be pretty shocked.
Well, remember a couple years ago in the NFL when I think the Packers, they started like 0-4. Aaron Rodgers ran out and said, relax.
You're using a Rodgers quote?
Relax.
You hate Aaron Rodgers.
If you, that's true. But he told everybody, the fan base, just to relax. All right, it's early. It's early in this season. All right, week 4, Michigan's 2-1 and gets absolutely destroyed in Madison. All phases of special teams, defense, offense, coaching, everything. Wisconsin just murdered us.
Look shit.
Look bad. And I think not only did the players and the coaches, but the fan base took it too far with this loss. Because I think it's so early that you can make that game up later. So you have to, you can make that game up.
Can't, but they're gonna look back on it and be
But
like, they
Tom-
looked like they gave up.
I know Ohio State lost to worse teams, but bad blowouts don't
Bad-
look good. For
Okay,
playoff race.
But
and you,
they're
what was
gonna look at the final score and be like,
what was it?
wasn't a blowout.
35-14? Was it?
But it was 35-0. Then
Okay.
Wisconsin caught off the dogs. And
So
you guys got some
okay,
late
so
touchdowns.
let's say this. And I don't know if it would happen because by anything it looks like Michigan's gonna go 8-5 by the end of the year.
Right.
But if they run the table and you see them at the end of the year playing Wisconsin again,
True. Yeah. Right. The ship. Yeah.
and they beat Wisconsin, you telling me that that's not gonna make it up?
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
But
yeah.
from now, they have to let it go.
Yeah.
They have to move on, and Harbaugh has to do it. Now, I never thought, till Saturday, I had never said Harbaugh's in the hot seat. Till now.
I don't even think he is.
I never thought Harbaugh was in the hot seat till now. And he has to prove that he's a coach. He can help the offense. Because he went to his press conference saying it was his fault that his guys weren't prepared. It was his fault that his coaches didn't prepare.
He has to say that.
Yeah, but
That's his job.
but truly, I really think he took that on him.
Yeah.
What I've
I think
heard
Shea
from
Patterson
a-
needs to put it on him.
From a Michigan sports beat writer for your football team, he said the word around the administration in Ann Arbor is he's good. He's not on the hot seat right now. Yeah,
And they
he's-
say that, and
Yeah.
I think the people in the building truly believe what he's doing. But the fan base, the Brewsters, the
Or
recruits,
Twitter.
like I think everything. I think everybody's calling for his job way too soon.
yeah.
That's how
Alright.
that's how fans are. They just want to win, and when they don't win, they get
Caleb,
mad.
be on the
And
opposite
sad.
end of the spectrum. You like the
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
God.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. Let's go.
Fired! Get Jim Harbaugh the hell out of Ann Arbor.
Wow.
I bit my tongue too long,
Oh.
and this is ridiculous.
CJ.
I want to be with him, and I love you, CJ, and we will, and I want to be with him in the fact of like I want to be behind him. But dude, when you go 0-4 against Ohio State, 0-4 against Ohio State, 1-9 versus top 10 opponents, 0-7 as an underdog, 1-6 on the road against ranked opponents, 5 losses by at least 21 points or more, including 3 out of the 5 last games that they have played. It is ridiculous, and Michigan fans are tired of this shit. This is a team that's hailed to the victors, the champions of the West, the champions of the best. They lead the league in wins over total, and nobody's buying into the history right now. It's ridiculous, and I'm sorry. Bring on Bronco Mendenhall. Shit, I'll take Urban Meyer. I don't care. But right now,
Whoa.
something needs to happen in Michigan.
If you
Wait.
guys Urban Meyer,
I have a
you
question.
actually turned into
What?
So
a
no
real
matter what,
Urban
you want him
Meyer.
fired at the end of the season.
He can't.
Yes,
Man, you
because
can't fire a college
Two
coach
favorite
during the
teams
season.
are Ohio State.
yes, you can.
You could.
He can't.
Yes, you can.
But wait, time out. You fire Harbaugh, pay $15 million. The next coach you hire, you're not going to be able to spend a lot.
Nah,
of
they will. It's Michigan. They got the money.
They got
Boosters will get.
But what you
I-
want him
I
fired
doubt
right
it.
now?
There's no
doubt
salary cap, so
But
it's,
this is a shit.
but still, they're saying that it's too much money to go out. You're not going to spend.
But do you
You're
want
not
to
going to
fire?
spend all that money on nothing to show for
They
it.
but
want
we're
a better
wasting
bowl
the
game.
talent in the draft classes.
You want him fired right now? You want him fired yesterday?
Head on a platter.
Okay, so if they go, let's say they win 3 straight, they head into Happy Valley undefeated.
Okay, this is the only way for me to keep him.
How does he
We
save his
win
job?
We win out, win the national championship, but that's not going to happen.
He has to win the national
Wow.
championship. to save his job. He's not even the Big
Wait,
Ten.
wait.
Because he's promised too much.
No.
He's over promised, under delivered, and that's his issue. If he would have shut his mouth from the beginning and coached, then maybe he would win something.
Caleb, I like it. No, this man's sticking true to his word. You guys had them in your national championship.
Yeah, I
and
still
he
do.
Believed, he
I
believed
did.
it.
But did you
So
think
he
Michigan was
just-
going undefeated this year?
He did. Yeah, you
Not
guys.
necessarily undefeated,
Without
but
Urban
not
Meyer,
losing
you
to
got the best shot.
Wisconsin.
This is
I thought
yeah.
maybe I lost to Ohio State or Notre Dame,
Right.
but not freaking Wisconsin. I mean,
They
Bucky
jumped
Badger
around.
was all over us.
This is the other thing I want to point out. I think
you need a solid quarterback.
I think Michigan fans.
Oh yeah, Shea Patterson's trash.
I think you have to be careful what you wish for, and
But-
take it as
yeah,
face.
okay.
No, listen to me.
Yeah, if
though.
you end up
Listen,
with
I'll
Les
let you
Miles
talk,
and then
I'll
you
let
just
you talk.
listen to me.
notch
Listen to
every
me.
time. Oh
Listen to
my
me.
God.
I think we have to be careful what we wish for. Because the past 2 or 3 years, we were like, if we just got somebody else to call the offense, we could do something.
But you gotta get the right person. Like they're not hiring.
No,
the right
you're-
No,
person.
listen.
No, I get what you're saying.
The
'Cause
way-
Harbaugh brought you guys. You guys were what 5-7 before he came.
Listen
Like,
to this. Listen to Don Brown and listen to what the offense has helped him with.
Defensively, shit this week.
Defense. How much were they on the field?
A
That's
lot.
No, I get
How
that.
many
It's
three
not-
and outs?
It's because Wisconsin runs the ball.
Wait,
really
did
well,
you-
and
But
they
how many
just
4th
run-
downs did Wisconsin go for it? Because they said, we don't give a shit who you are. We're going to run right through you,
Wait,
and
so-
we're going to get the first
but
down.
what
Well, they
team
got a
in
Heisman
America
candidate back
can
there, and their
stop the
line
new
is
hippo
good.
formation? where
Everyone
they
on that
have-
line is from Wisconsin.
They have
And they
big.
push them 5 yards back.
Have you guys
They
seen
eat
the
a
new
lot of
hippo,
cheese.
The new hippo formation in Wisconsin. They have 5 offensive linemen, an offensive lineman at tight end, 2 offensive linemen in the backfield, in the running back.
They got-
Now listen to this.
Like, how do you-
Listen to this.
how do you-
Usually
Big man.
on a college football team, you have anywhere between 12 and 18 scholarship D linemen, right? Michigan played 8 scholarship D linemen on Saturday. Where's the depth behind?
Exactly.
The team.
If we pride ourselves on the defense, this is the thing. I loved our defense until Ohio State put 62 on us, and then
But that was Don Brown being selfish and saying, I'm not playing zone. He's learned from that. He said he put zone principles in
but
his
is
defense.
Harbaugh too stubborn to change his ways?
Yes.
No, because he showed he already did. He's not calling the offense.
And it's too late to go back now. I feel like.
But all I'm saying is,
you
Okay.
guys are in a slightly worse shape boat than Notre Dame is with Brian Kelly. Because we just keep getting blown out. Or not blown out, but we keep not winning.
can't
big
win.
games.
But
We can't be top 10.
but Brian Kelly
Wisconsin, we're
showed
getting beat, yeah.
he could get to the big game.
This is
Yeah.
my thing.
That's-
I hope I eat crow. I
that's
hope
why I
I
said
eat my
slightly
words.
under.
As a Michigan fan, I hope I eat my words. But what you were saying is be careful what you wish for. But for the last 5 years, we've wanted Harbaugh and been careful what we wish for. And now we're stuck because it's like, who else do you get? So either way, we're screwed.
Brocco.
You go to the right, you're screwed. You go to the left, you're screwed. It's like being in a room and the room's closing in. You open the door, there's alligators in one room and tigers in another.
I'm saying-
you don't know where to go, so you might as well roll over. And
I think
hide.
whatever coach you get, you guys are still going to be good. You're still going to get 4 stars. You're still going to
But
get.
You
this
just gotta
is
be
gonna
happy
be-
with 10
the
wins.
2020
You gotta be
draft-
happy with 10 wins a year.
This is my
You
thing,
gotta
though.
be happy with
This is
it.
my thing. I want Harbaugh for the fact of the recruiting class. But he has to turn the season around. Because we're going to lose recruits regardless.
Right.
If he leaves, we're going to lose recruits. If we suck, we're going to lose recruits. That's the main thing.
So you can't leave.
All I know-
He
all
can't
I-
leave. That's,
all I know
that's
is
the main
this.
thing.
All I
He
know is
really
this.
can't. He's
I
stuck there for at
think
least
I'm
one more
frustrated
year.
and I've held my tongue too long. I backed him while everybody else bashed him, while everybody made fun of him, or they post pictures with his shirt off with his man tits hanging out. I tried to back him.
I think it's time to move on.
Yeah, let's
we
move
can
on.
go on
Hey,
for
This
ages.
is fun.
I got you.
like
Go
it.
Hey,
Blue.
Yeah.
go blue, and Let's ride the ship.
No,
Okay.
That's right,
but
that's right.
yeah, no, you guys are right
Oh,
because
I hope.
Harbaugh's
He's a good coach.
He's brought you guys to relevance. Like you guys might not win the big game, but you guys aren't going 6-6.
No,
7-5,
we're winning 10
5-10.
games.
Yeah, you're
And this is the
winning 10
thing,
games.
I think,
But it's like-
especially for young fans, is like our parents, our dads and grandpas saw the greatness of Michigan. We haven't seen that.
Right.
We've seen Ohio State.
Yeah. Well,
lose
you're
4
talking
plus.
to two
Yeah,
Notre
exactly.
Dame fans. You're
Exactly.
No,
talking
but
to
I mean, you guys get it.
Yeah, that's what
It's been
in
longer.
the same boat.
Yeah.
We've
But
been-
you guys
we've-
have been there.
we've been
You've
there.
been to the
sure,
game.
And we got our-
right, yeah.
You know, yeah, you get your butt kicked. It's like
But
in
still,
Michigan.
Stroll.
I'd
and
rather
basketball,
get
but-
my butt kicked than
Oh
beat
yeah,
it,
obviously. I'd rather be in
Would you?
the talk.
I'd
of,
rather get a
like-
bowl, to be honest.
I just want Michigan.
I'd rather get an Orange Bowl.
Um,
I want
Buffalo
Michigan
Wild
to
Wings
take the
Bowl.
steps that LSU, that Georgia,
Notre
that
Dame.
Clemson, that
Yeah.
Notre Dame
Look
had
at-
taken over the
look
5
at-
years.
Look at LSU. Everybody made fun of them the last 2-3 years.
Yeah, they got rid of
Even
Les.
with Leonard Fournette, and then last year they're like, oh,
Joe
they're supposed
Brady
to do
is-
the stuff.
oh, he's
Yeah.
the
And
man.
then
Well, they're finally
Joe Burrow
they're throwing the
In,
ball.
ending on this convo, I think all the Michigan fans arguing the past week. I think we all on one side. I think Jim Harbaugh hired the wrong offensive
I
coordinator.
think
Oh, yeah.
I agree, but we,
Oh, yeah.
we got to give them time too, because like Logan said, you need a year to implement the system.
Yeah.
So I think it's just frustration. Honestly, that's where I'm
It's a
talking
lot of
from.
frustration.
It's being frustrated. I want to hear now, but we got to be patient. But we've been patient for 5 years, so it's like, do we got to be patient for another year or another 5 years?
And-
So what's it going to be? You know, I don't see a in between.
And Joe Brady's from that coaching tree with Josh Gaddis.
Yeah.
That's his name. Yeah. And so that's what you're saying is why is Joe Brady's offense working at LSU when he's the younger guy, younger coach?
And he's
less
playing the
experience?
SEC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
he's
he's playing
making
harder
LSU.
defenses,
This is
yeah.
the best LSU offense
Yeah.
we've ever seen.
So
it's crazy.
Oh,
all right,
quarterback too.
Yeah.
Let's
Quarterback.
get on. So
All
Logan
right.
and John, who made the biggest statement this last week?
Oh, biggest statement was UCF just ruining their chances of making a
what the
decent bowl
heck
game.
was that?
Right? Losing by 1 to
still
Pitt
fired.
at Pitt. Yeah.
Hey,
We're
I
mad.
still point
We're
the
mad.
street that I come to
This
the
whole
end.
week was mad. It was just mad football where they're just
Maybe
like
this is good
barely
for the
screwing
podcast
over who I
viewers.
want.
This has probably been the best show we've done. Knock on wood, but so far.
Yeah.
Continue, John.
God.
I'm sorry.
Well, freaking Pitt, man. They went for that quote Pitt special. Everyone's doing
The
throwing
Philly
it to the
special?
Yeah,
Philly
the
special?
Philly special. They threw to the quarterback with like 54 seconds left to get a first down, and then they just sealed the game from there. But it was stupid that you lose to Pitt,
Yeah.
who is bad. They're so not good at football.
Look. I don't think. Yeah, that's a big loss. UCF streaks over. It's
That was my lot.
they would all lose sometime.
Not to Pitt.
I think that hurts other teams out to face UCF in their conference. Cause now look, they just lost. It's over. The group of 5 is now the group of 5 again.
Yeah.
So don't talk to me about the group of 5 playing
Well,
major bowl
it was
games.
one like
They
it was
not
like
only
24
did
regular
UCF like,
season games in a row.
dang, the rest of the group of 5 was like, dang, UCF
Yeah,
just
I
lost.
like,
think-
you just made us look
I think I like this year
Oh, yeah,
because
Boise
it's
State
keeping
and
conferences
Cincinnati?
and teams honest.
Yeah.
This year is a hard. It's the year of discovery, I think, and it's a year, and
It's-
that's why there's no clear cut favorite.
Right.
Right
Well,
now.
no, yeah, we were talking about that being maybe 6 teams that could go for the title this year. Alabama seems and Clemson both seem a little shakier than they have been.
Yeah, but they're
It's
also
mostly
playing
SEC
Charleston
teams.
and Southern Miss. So, yeah. Anyways, so you're going with Pitt. That game was just crazy.
It was.
Logan,
There
what
was
you
a
got?
few crazy games this week.
I'm going to Pac-12 after dark. Everybody was probably asleep during this game.
Yeah, I didn't watch this.
But when UCLA was down 32 with 5 minutes to go in
Wait,
third
can you say
quarter,
that again? Down what?
32.
Wait,
We were
wait,
looking
what?
up the biggest upset or
The biggest
biggest comeback
comeback.
ever when Wisconsin was winning by like 35.
32 with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Chip Kelly looks at his team. He goes, boys, I don't even care what we lose by tonight. I just want you guys to have fun playing.
We're in Oregon again.
And all of a sudden, you just saw smiles on their faces. They started rallying. Dorian Thompson-Robinson finally looked like that number 1, number 2 quarterback
In his
coming
class.
out of his class. The quarterbacks here threw for over 1,000 yards.
How many touchdown passes did Washington State quarterbacks throw?
together?
How many DBs you think lost their scholarships? This game?
Washington State's quarterback threw for 9 touchdowns, and they still lost.
They got torched every
How does
play,
that
dude.
happen?
He threw for wait.
torch.
He threw for how
He
many?
threw for 9 touchdowns, and they still
In one game.
lost. In one game. I
What's
don't think
the-
that's ever
Is that-
happened before.
No, that's the record now.
I mean,
what
you
you
know,
think.
What is it?
We do. Where's our stat guy? Look at.
Antoine.
Hey, I think we need a drug
Where's our
test.
producer?
Producer's drug test.
Yeah, but that was awesome. I loved seeing Chip Kelly kind of go back to his Oregon days and just air
Throw
it.
the
And
ball.
I was like,
Air it.
watching
It was fun.
UCLA play, I was really questioning the QB play.
67 to
'Cause
63.
if you know, DTR went to the same high school as Tate Martell. It had to wait his
Yep.
turn to senior year to actually start. And he played wide receiver for 2-3 years. In my head, I'm thinking, he looks so bad.
Yeah.
He might just have to start playing wide receiver. And I was really questioning what Chip Kelly was doing at UCLA.
I don't get why it's not Oregon yet. Like how
I
is
mean,
it
it's
not?
only year 2.
It's UCLA though.
It's
Right.
but
You get to be in LA.
he didn't get
Yeah,
he didn't have
No, I get. Yeah.
but he didn't have the best talent come in.
True.
He didn't. He had the quarterback.
But it's
he
been
had
like,
the 5-star
it's been
quarterback.
like 3 years.
It's been 2. This is the second year. But like he didn't have the best. Give him 2 more years to get his guys in, to get that
Yeah.
speed in like he got in Oregon, and they'd be all right.
He
But
just needs
I-
to find track stars again.
I get what you're saying, John. He should have like nothing less than a top
He
20
should have-
class coming in.
Yeah.
Coming into LA, you're in a nice spot there. Like,
And the
In a
way
decent bowl game this year.
Yeah.
and the way
Not
the
hate
Pac-12 is
wise,
looking
it's-
is so
it's
spread
so
out.
open.
It's
Yeah.
so open. You need to get guys coming to UCLA.
Exactly.
It's,
All right.
it's LA.
Yeah,
It's so nice.
It's LA.
Hey, speaking of LA, future, you might be able to get some money playing out there, but that's a subject.
Oh,
right now.
that's
That's-
also
That's a subject for another
We
day.
can do a podcast on
Wait,
it.
did you see what Ohio State
in a
said?
media
I'm pretty
outlet like
sure-
LA. Oh
I'm
my
pretty sure it was
God,
Ohio
use some
State.
cash.
They said if they pass that bill, he's not scheduled USC, UCLA, or Cal.
Wow.
But I've
Oh.
also heard if they do pass the bill,
Who cares?
those players that are getting paid can't play in major bowl games, national championships. They're gonna make it like that. So it's like you can get paid.
I
but
hate the
you're not
NCAA
playing.
so much.
They
So
got to
stupid.
negate it
We-
because
I hate the
what's,
NCAA.
but what says why would you go to Bama, Notre Dame, Michigan when you can go make money at USC?
Then do it all
UCLA,
over the
you know?
country.
We're talking.
Just
We're
let 'em
talking.
do
We're
it.
talking about that in a minute.
Yeah.
We're talking
All
about
right,
that.
all right,
Oh, this
all
subject
right.
pisses me off.
So,
Oh my
No, I think
God.
they should.
winners and losers this week. CJ
Shoot.
and John are losers. I want to hear the losers first.
All right, I go
This is a
first.
weekend of losers.
I'll go first. And surprisingly, I'm not gonna pick Michigan because I don't want to
Yeah,
talk
we
about
don't need
it.
to
I don't want to talk
about
about it anymore.
We always talk about them. Yeah.
I'm gonna pick another team who's having a little trouble on and off the field. In 1-3, Houston. Whew. Tough loss at Tulane. All right, losing
I
on
forgot
last
about the game.
second.
I did watch the game.
That was rough.
Oh,
But
that's
not
my
only-
game of the week.
I don't even think that wasn't even the biggest loss of the week. When the quarterback King decided that he's just gonna step down and redshirt.
Well, he's doing it for
And-
next year too, so it's not,
And but is he doing it
they
for
don't
next
care
year?
about this year.
Is
He
he?
transfer portal.
Is he transferring?
He said he stayed.
He said that
said
now.
that.
He
Wait,
verbally said he
But that's
stayed.
not even the worst part. Not only him, but the best wide receiver.
The
Right.
best
Right.
receiver also.
I don't
What if
blame
they
him.
win
Do
like
do
4
that,
games
man.
straight?
Now, looking at their schedule, looking at UCF's schedule, Houston's schedule, they still got Cincy. They still have to play UCF, Memphis, and Navy. That's tough. So you might be looking at like, do they even make it to the bowl game? Do they even come out with 6 wins?
No,
That's bad.
no.
So I'm thinking not only did they start at 1-3,
Screwed.
I think they might just lost their 2 best players for next year.
Yep.
That's my
Yeah.
loser.
John.
I'm also going with the 1-3. It's Stanford.
Wow.
Started out ranked this year,
Yes.
dropping. They only won against Northwestern, who both teams were out without their quarterbacks for most of that game.
And we found out
got
Northwestern
whooped by
isn't that
USC, got whooped by UCF, and they only put up 6 points against Oregon. Well, Oregon's good, but that game was at home. So, and they play Oregon State next, who's also not that great. But
Northwestern's not that great either.
no, they're not.
They're not.
They're not. So I don't know what else to say. Stanford doesn't look like a powerhouse team, and the pack is flip flopped of what we all thought it was.
It is. Logan.
Winner.
Alright, well, I got
Be
the
positive.
winners this week, and I'm going with Graham Harrell's offense at USC.
Yeah.
Even with JT Daniels hurt, his offense has been rolling. When backup freshman Keaton Slovis got hurt on the second or third play of the game against Utah, their third string came in, Matt Fink, and he threw for 351, 21 to 30 passing.
Well, I'm gonna talk about that game later.
Okay.
But no, I'm not. No, I'm not. You know what? I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, all right. I'll keep going. Not only are their quarterbacks stepping up, their wide receivers are making big plays. Michael Pittman Jr. had 10 receptions for 232 yards and a touchdown. He had video game numbers.
Mm-hmm.
All Matt Fink had to do was throw it up there and
No, trust me, he did throw it up.
Well, Utah's DBs were getting burned.
Yeah, they should.
Their offensive line was terrible.
The 50-50 balls
And
the
there was-
USC wide receivers won. They won all the 50-50
Oh,
balls.
yeah,
Well,
for
They
sure.
won all of them.
They had
Yeah.
16 penalties.
Yeah,
Utah did.
yeah.
Yeah, because they knew they
USC had
couldn't make
11. They both for about 120 yards, but it was
Yeah, that's bad.
so slowed
That's
down
a
and
rough
sloppy
game.
that it just gave every advantage to USC.
Yeah, that's a rough game. Who you got, Caleb? Who's
So
your winner?
my winner this week is somebody I was pretty big on. I'm going with Texas.
Wow.
Okay, I like that.
Wow.
I
I
think
like
they had adversity after playing LSU. Tough conference game. You know, you play a great LSU team, you barely lose to them.
Yeah.
Kind of like
This is
Notre
Notre Dame,
Dame,
Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Not at night though.
No, yes, but
No raves.
anyways, Sam Ellinger is still relevant. He's still relevant. 4 touchdowns, 281 yards, and 20 for 28.
Who'd they play?
It's not bad. They played Oklahoma
I
State.
do feel Oklahoma State team.
Yes.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they were.
They were.
They were. They were.
I thought they were 1-2
because
now.
now they're 3-1.
Oh, I'm looking at Oregon State.
And like I think you asked me last year, 2 years ago, losing LSU, Texas would lose that next game too, but they didn't this
But
year.
they did, and they
They
rebounded, and they were, and I think they're doing a great job. And Sam's really stepped up as a leader. My favorite play of that game was where they did a flea flicker, and he was wide open down the
Yep.
sideline, and he just stayed there composed. So it was like a reverse almost, then the flea flicker, and he just threw it wide open to his tight end, and the tight end just kept going. They're hitting people. Their wide receivers aren't scared. You know what I'm saying? They're catching and they're getting yards afterwards because they're going after the DBs. They're not sitting there waiting until they get hit. They're just going full out. Ingram had a great game. He had 21 carries, but 114 yards, no touchdowns. And, you know, I
Yeah, give us-
think there was any
give it-
rushing
I
touchdowns.
think
high on
for
Texas, that's fine.
Texas,
So-
Texas and Notre Dame losing to Georgia and Texas
I
losing
think
to
Texas is on
LSU.
the outside looking
I just
out.
don't think
Right.
those losses should affect them big.
But it's
Well,
because we have a 4. This is the thing.
They're a good
we have
team.
A 4, we have a, and we'll get into this some other time. But we have a 14 player, not 18.
Yeah.
So that's being
It'll
said.
change
That's
soon
that.
enough. It will.
So
In 6 years, after they make a
Yeah.
ruling.
Right.
quick picks. Arizona State at number 15 Cal. Freaky.
Right.
Pac-12 after dark. Is that Friday? Yeah.
Cal's,
Is
It's
that-
Freaky Friday.
Cal's favored by what?
I got tattoos
4?
on my head.
I think. Is
Yeah,
that
it was
all?
like 4.5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. I was
Yeah,
thinking about doing that
we're
one for the
going
lock
Caleb
with
looks
an
like
upset.
going-
You
played
played
so
to
win
win
that.
again.
I knew it.
I gotta take
I
Arizona
knew
State.
it.
Cal winning. They should have won. I'm happy that they won, but they should
He
have won.
started looking like Herm Edwards.
Yep.
I knew it was coming.
I turned into a mixed guy and Herm Edwards.
Wow.
Anyways,
All right, here you go.
go ahead. Quick
Um,
picks.
I honestly was thinking about taking Cal.
Nah,
Caleb said that. I'm going Arizona State.
Hell yeah.
Arizona
State.
State. Arizona State.
I think Cal's gonna blow up, and they're gonna they're looking too far ahead at their
Yeah.
mess of
Yeah.
a schedule in the next 3 weeks after that.
Yeah.
And then they're just gonna forget about this, and then they're gonna let it slip,
Yeah.
and they're gonna lose all 4 of them.
Did Arizona State win this week?
No, they
No, they lost to
Colorado.
but
Yeah.
that's.
But Colorado's a good team.
They are good.
They beat Nebraska.
Yeah.
And then they also lost to somebody. Not
Can we get 4 around the board? No, I'm going Cal. I have to
Ooh.
go Cal. I think
This guy
Evan
gets
Weaver.
mixed up.
Yeah.
Evan Weaver is gonna have about 10 to 13 tackles. He may be the best linebacker in the country. Definitely in the Pac-12. I'm going with Cal Bears on here. I'm riding the train.
All right, next one.
Indiana.
It's gonna derail though here soon. This might
Yeah,
be, but I'm
yeah.
going.
Indiana Hoosiers at Michigan State, number 25.
That's interesting.
Normally I want to take Indiana because they're usually good in trap games, but this year they're terrible, man. I was at that Ohio
Yeah.
State IU game, and it was fun, Bloomington. I love you. I'm coming back a few times, but I really don't care about your football team. I'm taking little brother, Michigan State.
I doubted Michigan State from
I still,
the beginning
I still
of the
do,
season.
but they can.
They, and
handle
they still got some
Indiana.
question marks.
They can handle Indiana.
Yeah.
I got
But-
Michigan State in a blowout.
Yeah, I think it's a blowout.
I don't think it's
They-
close.
I think it's-
Sometimes they put up 10 points a game. Sometimes they. Put
I
up
think they
40,
might put
so
up a
it's
35 ball on it.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds right.
MSU,
Yeah.
I'm going go green, go white.
I can see a 20-point
Four
win. What,
across the
what's the
board.
spread, like 24 or something?
All right, Northwestern at number 8, Wisconsin.
I think we're all.
Yeah,
I'm
we,
not
yeah, we, let's go with.
On
We had some
Wisconsin.
ideas for Northwestern this year. They just didn't do it.
Yeah.
Number 1, Clemson at North Carolina.
I think
Who
this
wants
might
it
be
upset
ours.
here?
North Carolina covers, but I'm taking Clemson.
I'm with you. North Carolina covered.
Okay,
Clemson
so if we're let's do a final prediction. What's
I
the line?
think. What's the line?
27.
27, yeah. I'm going 49-10. 49-17.
That much?
Yeah.
You think they make a statement?
62.
They quiet some people.
62.
They didn't even do that against Charlotte.
Wait, you said they're going to cover and they're going to score 62?
They only put up
62.
52-10 on Charlotte.
That's fine.
Wait,
You
wait,
think they're
wait,
gonna do
wait.
that to North
I didn't hear.
Carolina?
They bench most of
I didn't hear this.
That's true.
I didn't hear this. Go ahead,
They're gonna
Kid.
do that for
62 is the over. That's what I was saying.
Okay. I thought you said they'll put
All right,
up.
we
some-
I was going
Okay.
to. Okay,
Clemson.
anyways, don't matter.
Yeah.
Clemson.
Their
Ole
defense
Miss
is
at
good.
number 1, Alabama.
What is that?
Ole Miss at Alabama.
Well, gee, I wonder
Man, that
what's
might be
gonna
3 straight
happen.
games. Nobody even needs to make a pick.
Alabama might win.
When
by-
does Alabama
by
play
60.
anyone good?
Well,
When do
that's
they-
a conference game. They can't control that.
No, but when do they play
But they
anyone
can-
from their conferences? There's like
They
4
play
teams that are
Southern
good.
Miss, Ole Miss,
Please don't let them play Florida, because that will
Miss
just be-
Jackson. They play everybody.
I'm sorry.
Um,
I'm sorry.
Iowa State at
Jackson.
Baylor.
Ooh,
I am
finally
for
getting some good
me.
matchups. Iowa State at Baylor.
ISU.
ISU.
Yeah. I don't believe Baylor's back from all that.
Nope.
I'm taking Baylor.
Why?
Ooh, Baylor.
Tell me
2
why.
seconds,
You
why?
like the
Matt
Bears?
Rule. Their
5
coach, Matt
seconds.
Rule.
5 seconds?
Yeah.
Matt Rule.
I like the jerseys.
Okay.
I'm taking Baylor.
That's fine.
I'm out.
All right.
Hey, you're going, I haven't made my
Turned into
pick.
his
You going-
girlfriend.
Who are you going? Iowa State?
Iowa State.
I'm going Iowa State.
There's a lot. Why are you doing this, dude? You're not gonna make up ground on these picks.
All
What
right.
are you doing?
Minnesota at Purdue.
Oh, that one's interesting.
That one is a little interesting.
I might
Boiler
take,
up.
I might take Boiler. Yeah, I might take Purdue at home. Because Minnesota is just shaky.
I'm
They're
taking
both
Minnesota.
I'm taking Purdue in the
That
fact
one,
that
that's
I
a good
hope-
pick to make up. I think
I'm
that'll do it,
taking
but I'm
Purdue
taking
in the
Purdue.
fact that Minnesota wakes up because I picked them to win.
I think I'm going Minnesota. Purdue's linebacker.
They really gotta try and make up picks against us, Caleb.
Okay. Mississippi State.
I already have
Auburn.
my picks
This
ready
would be
for
good
Ooh,
game.
what is it?
At
Mississippi
Auburn.
State at Auburn.
Taking
This
the,
game's a lot. I think this game's gonna be a lot closer
Hey,
than you
it
think.
is. I think so. That
I
sounds
keep
right.
rolling. I'm
But
rolling with War
Auburn.
Eagle. You got smells on?
I'm gonna go Auburn too. I'm gonna go
Is
with
that
Auburn.
Auburn?
Yeah, I'm gonna go
for
Auburn.
sure.
I just don't think Mississippi State has the talent to compete.
No, that's another thing.
The bottom.
Logan.
I'm going Auburn.
Okay.
Auburn.
Number 24, Kansas State at Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State.
I like it.
They play tough against Texas.
I'm gonna
They
take
did.
Oklahoma
And
State.
it's at home. Kansas State just got ranked kind of big-headed. I'm taking Oklahoma State.
I'm gonna take Kansas State.
Ooh,
That's good.
Kansas State.
This one's a toss-up, really. It is.
I'm going Mike Gundy in Oklahoma State for sure.
Come at me. I'm a man.
I'm 40.
That's my Gundy would be a good fit in Michigan. Anyways,
Why he stuck it in there?
Oh, man.
our in-depth picks.
You think there were shirtless pics about Jim Harbaugh? Oh my god.
Our in-depth picks.
Who we got?
Number 12, Penn State at Maryland. I'm taking the Terrapins.
8 o'clock on Friday. this
I
game.
like it. I like it. It's something we get to actually enjoy tomorrow night. I'm taking Maryland. This is why they lost to Temple after they've been blowing out teams. Penn State has struggled in every game when they start. But if Maryland gets on top early, I think they run with this one. And this is one to keep Maryland relevant and to save their spot in Big Ten, because I know they've been talking about relegating Rutgers and Maryland back out of the Big Ten. So I don't think that'll ever happen. But for Maryland to be relevant in the hunt and to build that team, I'm taking.
Well, Penn State also has to be.
Hey, when you watch this,
But Penn State historically they'll be good.
when you watch this game on Friday night, I think you don't watch it. Be like, am I watching the Big 12? I think this is a high-scoring
Yeah.
shootout.
They're young.
I'm
They're both
going to
young.
take Maryland to make a statement tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's your final score? Hey, I think we should get final score.
The spread is 6.5.
Who's favored? Penn State.
Penn State.
So what's your
Ooh,
final
that
score,
might be my
Caleb?
lock of the week.
So Maryland, you got Maryland winning. What's your final score?
My final score is Maryland. 45. Penn State. 39.
Ooh, what?
For Maryland to
So
win.
yeah, after you give your pick, give your
For
score.
Maryland to win, I got Maryland. I think they have 56.
You think
56.
they have to
That's
road
plus
race them?
50. 56
You
to 48. It's a shootout.
Justin
in
Jackson
College
goes
Park.
off. Huh.
So you think Penn State covers?
No, that's
No, Penn
56,
favored.
48.
Wait,
Yeah,
never mind.
okay.
Yeah.
Penn State's
So
favored.
you think Maryland covers and they win?
And they win, yes.
Okay.
John?
I gotta take Penn State because I, for some reason, picked them to win the Big Ten this year.
They the
They're
undefeated.
undefeated.
They ranked 12, bro.
They are.
And
Well, you
nobody's
got
talking-
confident.
Nobody's
You should
talking.
be
I don't know. I
You
just,
should be confident.
Confident.
I'm not. I am shaky
Logan.
about the rest of the season for them, but
Wait, he's got to give his pick.
Oh,
his final
well.
score.
that's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be 50. I don't think they're gonna put up 100 points total. I think it's gonna be about 31 to 23.
31-23. Okay, well, this game has huge implications in recruiting. Penn State loves to go out east and recruit Maryland, New Jersey, all
Yeah,
that.
this is a rivalry game technically.
It is. They're close.
Yeah.
Probably two of the closer.
Big Ten.
Big Ten.
schools.
Yeah.
James Franklin used to coach on that Maryland staff with Mike Loxley, so this could get kind of interesting. And for Maryland to win, I think Anthony McFarland needs to go off as a
Oh,
running
for
back. I
sure.
think he needs
McFarland
to have
is
at
the
least
key in this
150 on the ground. No joke. But I'm going Penn State. I'm going Penn State probably. Give me 35-28 Penn State.
That's not bad. Game.
35-28.
It'll be
Yeah.
fun.
They pull away late in the fourth. Yeah.
All right.
What's next?
So 18 Virginia at number 10 Notre Dame.
Oh my god.
Ho, 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 ho.
12 and a half.
I think Virginia covers. I think Notre Dame comes out rocking. They really put me on notice, and in the world on notice. I'm scared to play them. I'm just saying that.
I just
out
saw
loud.
Brian Kelly's upset that people have been saying they played Georgia good.
Because he doesn't want them to
Yeah.
be hyped. I think
No,
Notre
I
Dame
mean,
comes out. I think they come out hyped.
He doesn't
and I
want him to
think they
get
come out
big-headed
winning.
over a loss.
No, but at the same time, you gotta also believe in yourself. So
Yeah.
I think, and I totally get what you're saying. I totally get that. I think Notre Dame wins, and I think, what is it, 14-point spread?
12 and a half.
12 and a half. Actually, I'm going to take Notre Dame by 14.
I think
What's
if they
your
let
final
Ian
score?
Book,
21-7.
if they let Ian Book
21-7.
run some option and throw the ball, and get away from handing it off to these third string running backs, I think we're
Actually,
gonna blow them out.
28-14.
I like what you're saying because they're saying Michael Young should play, the receiver we've been missing all year. He should be back. Jameer Smith, who should have played
Right.
against Georgia, he's
Second running back. Yep.
Yep. So I mean, he's
We're
a
missing
grown,
Armstrong
he's a
for
grown man.
We're missing Armstrong till I think after Michigan.
No, he's coming. I'm pretty sure he's waiting until Michigan. Yeah, he's waiting to come back.
He'll be come back.
And he scored 2 touchdowns, first ever college career game against you guys last year.
I think looking at Virginia, who they played, they haven't played great so far. I mean, they only beat Florida State by a touchdown. They beat Old Dominion by 11. Like, I don't know if they've been looking ahead to this game.
I think they have.
Do they play up the way Notre Dame did to Georgia?
No.
No.
I think they get shell shocked by the talent. And I think
Do you
Notre
think they
Dame.
get shut out?
I'm not saying they get shut out. I think get blown out.
What's
I
your final score?
Do they kick a field goal?
Virginia scores 10 points. I
So,
think it's
field goal
about
and
10,
touchdown.
10,
Late touchdown.
10 to 42.
Late
because they
garbage
just-
time.
I really don't see Ian Book playing much of the fourth. I think Notre Dame's coming out
He
strong.
loves
I
it when
hope
the
so.
quarterbacks don't play in the fourth
Can we,
quarter.
can we go back to
You just didn't play in the
May
fourth quarter,
when
did
me and CJ were working at Sam's Club and we're going through Notre Dame's schedule, and that was the #1 game you thought the Irish were going to lose. I like how you.
I turned-
You really thought Virginia
Last
was gonna
week
get
changed a lot of people's opinions about
Yeah.
Notre Dame.
Logan's like a cat. He doesn't forget.
Cat. I didn't know cats.
No, yeah, cats, like you step on their tail or something, they're going to get you out there.
Sounds like you know from experience. Okay.
All right.
Anyways.
All right. What's the next?
Notre Dame. Who you got, John?
Notre Dame.
Notre
Give me
Dame.
Notre Dame.
What's your score?
Oh, 10 points does sound good for Virginia. That does sound right.
They still score 10. They score a touchdown.
That's why I said 14. Then
I think it's going to be 35-10.
35-10.
What you got?
probably go 38-14. I think they'll score 10 in the first, 38-13. They score 10 in the first half. Our
And then they
defense
kick a 4-point
yeah.
extra point.
Actually,
I'm
I'm
No, that's why I
changing mine.
changed it to 13.
I'm changing mine 28-17.
How many times you don't change it?
28-17.
What's the
They
next
cover.
game before you change it again?
They cover.
They covered.
I just want to be different.
All
Okay.
right,
Our last game. Ohio State, number 5 at Nebraska. Can you say, trap game?
No.
So you're taking Nebraska?
Are you
No.
taking?
Not taking Nebraska. Ohio State looks too good. Everybody wants to talk about Justin Fields. I don't really want to talk about Justin Fields. Let's talk about J.K. Dobbins, all right? Okay? He's been carrying this team, all right? And
And their defense is.
their defense is good.
Yeah.
Their defense is good.
Their
Our
defense is good. They
is
just get,
Really
they
good.
just get
But
beat sometimes.
J.K. Dobbins ripping off 60-yard runs every time. You know, every game at least one he has. And I saw him in person. Dude, it was pretty sick. I'm a Michigan fan. I wasn't rooting for him, but it was
Probably
cool to see. Great
second best running back in the Big Ten.
Oh, I would definitely agree behind Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah. Very similar.
What's your final score?
What's the spread?
It's like 30.
17.
17.
38. Hey.
That's it.
I'm like, hey, what's
Yeah.
up? Hello.
17.
Wow. I would take the over on that. Or I'd take
You take Ohio
Cover.
State
the
to
co-
cover.
yeah.
Okay. What do you got? What's your final score, buddy? Big Rig, what you got? Dang, dude, it's not that.
21-3.
21-3.
Wow.
Yeah, hold Nebraska 3 points.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
possible.
CJ,
Whoa.
what do you got here? What do we got for us?
Nebraska's not good.
The past 2 years,
They
past 2
do.
years, the Ohio State went in to a Big Ten
Uh-oh.
team at night
Uh-oh.
And Big Ten West.
and
dun,
lost. 2 years ago, Iowa. Last year, Purdue.
There's a difference between Iowa 2 years ago
Oh.
and Nebraska. Purdue, however,
Purdue had talent, but
Wait,
not
so-
as much. They should not get lost to Purdue last year.
So you
remember
tell
when
me
they
you
lost like
taking
next week
Nebraska?
by like 40?
This game is huge for Nebraska and Scott Farr.
It's
This
gonna
could
be
make a
huge.
statement.
It's gonna be.
Say that Adrian Martinez is not the quarterback I think
Yeah.
can beat Ohio State.
No.
I think Ohio State goes in.
Justin Fields won't be playing the fourth quarter. I just want to say that before you.
Ohio State goes in and makes
Not
a
until they put up 20
statement.
points.
Oh.
Makes a statement out of Nebraska and says, "Look, no matter who we're playing and what week it is, we're gonna blow them out." Ohio State wins by 30.
Who you got, John? Ohio
I got
State?
Ohio State by like 42.
Wow.
Yeah. Nebraska's not good.
All right, I'm gonna head out.
I got probably Ohio State. Give me Ohio State 45, Nebraska 17.
Give me Nebraska 14, Ohio State 45.
There's too much talent.
Yeah.
There's too much
The
talent. on
talent
Ohio
gap is just. I think Ohio State is just ready to make a statement.
I think they are. I think they are.
All right, so
Well, guys, that was a good week. I'm excited.
we're about to learn a lot about some teams this week.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's rebound time, and I'm hoping that usually in college football, the football gods, after a crappy week, reward us with
We get
a
some
fantastic
nice,
week.
Some 50 yards, field goals for the win.
Yes.
Something pretty to
So
look
Watford
at.
for the wins. No,
Right.
I'm just kidding.
A Hail
Um,
Mary. Something nice.
So,
Watford for the win.
thank you guys for watching.
Shout out.
Just kidding. Listening
Listen.
to the Hustle Podcast. Have a great week.